Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we just want to start off by giving all honors, glories, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem, Rechach, Warash. By double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to Yakim across the globe that are doing this work in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And basically, I just wanted to go into a lesson, basically talking about, how the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, he chose the meek, the lowly of the earth, man, Alright, he chose the so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, and so-called Negroes, man, out of the whole earth, man, to save. Alright? And, you got these heathens, man, Esau, he demonizing our people, making our people look bad, like we're shit, like we're nothing. But hey, pretty soon, the Most High is gonna show His power, man. Alright, the Most High is gonna show you who the real chosen people are, man. Alright, but something just popped out on my. Hold up, let me get something real quick that just popped out on my mind. It's a Salakia, but it's the book of Psalms chapter 50 verse 19, and it reads, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." Okay, so Esau Edom, man, he speaks nothing but lies, man, But reading on, here's the point that I wanted to get at. "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother." So Esau and Jacob are brothers, man. Esau is a so-called white man, and Jacob is so-called is your Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, alright, and Native Americans, alright, and Esau speaketh against his brother, alright, and slanderous and own mother's son, alright. So Esau, always puts our people on the news. You always see, like, you watch Fox News, or for an example, he would put a so-called Negro or Hispanic, his face with the mugshot. Oh, this guy, he killed an old lady, he robbed an old lady, or these guys were drug dealing, or they were drug trafficking across the border, etc. He's trying to make our people look bad, man. But in reality, man, you so-called white people, man, and you heathens are the bad people of the planet, man. You guys are the wicked of the planet, man. You guys are the ones promoting this wickedness, man. You guys are the real pedophiles. You guys are the real terrorists of the earth, man. But hey, the Most High is gonna reveal that, man. He's gonna. Hey, the Most High is gonna have to pay for what you guys did to our people, man. The Most High is with us, man. The Most High's got our back, man. Beginning with the elect. But I'm gonna get this quick scripture in the book.
You start at verse 26.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 26. "For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not mighty men, not many noble are called."
So the thing is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai had chosen people that is like how they was doing all manner of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't famous. They wasn't smart. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't like super smart. The Lord just chose a basic person, man.
Reading down verse 27. "But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty." So us in the world, man, like how the brother was saying, we weren't all that, man. We're just like a basic man, just going to school, just had a regular job, but hey, the Most High chose those people, to confound the wise men of this earth, man, to break down, the Esau's strongholds, man. like how it says us right here. For I'm gonna go up one verse in 1 Corinthians 1:21. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. So this world does not know the wisdom of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, man. You know, they know the wisdom of this world, which ain't wisdom, which can't get you saved. They know how to, how to go to college, prosper, or might know how to sell drugs, man, which ain't wisdom, man. This world does not know wisdom of the Most High, man. They don't know who the Most High is, man. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, man. And it looks foolish, man, for us, to tell our people, man, y'all are the chosen people, man, of the Most High. And it also looks foolish, to be out there in the highways and byways, teaching, man, But it pleases the Most High. Alright? Let me read on here. But going back down, verse 28. And base things of the world and things which are despised have the Most High chosen.
Right, so when it comes down to it and stuff, the Lord had chosen guys who were smoking weed, probably robbing, stealing, running trains, on women and stuff, all the wickedness that the nation of Israel was doing. The Lord had chose men out of that. Now, of course, it's going to be some guys who probably was famous, and stuff. But what are they going to do? They're going to give all that up just to follow Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Because look at look at Job. Job was set. He was real decent. He had abundance and stuff, and then he got brought down low.
Yeah, and things which are not to bring to naught things that are. Okay.
Right, so pretty much like when it comes down to it, the Lord is gonna choose what the world deems is foolish. You saw them so-called white man, he calls the Negroes niggas. Saying that we're ignorant, we don't know nothing. But hey, guess what? The Lord is gonna choose. The Lord chooses underdogs, man. That regular Joe Schmo dude that nobody paying attention to, and it showed you that in the movie, the Lego movie. You had the dude who just wanted to fit in. Nobody was paying attention to him and stuff. Then come to find out, he was one of the greatest. He was one of the greatest in the world, man.
If I can also say too, if you read in the book of 1 Samuel, basically how the Most High, when he wanted to move Saul, and the Most High, told Samuel, to go unto the house of Jesse, to go find the Lord's anointed. He was looking at his other brothers, and I forgot his name. I think it was the oldest brother, but he basically, this must be Samuel was thinking, hey, this must be the Lord's chosen. This guy, he's got to be. But the Lord told him no. Yeah. All right, the Lord told him no. The Most High does not look at the outwardly or the appearance of a man, but he looks at the mind, at the heart of a man. At the inward. And the Most High chose David, man. David was the youngest of his brothers. He was the smallest. But the Most High was with him, man. All right.
And what was King David? He was pretty much a shepherd at the time before he came. When he was he was a shepherd. Just watching over the sheep. That's all he was doing. In today's time, that's like Jake working at McDonald's or something. Or Jake still, just living at the crib underneath his mom's and stuff. Just a regular Jake.
And if I can say too, when King David, when Israel was troubled because they had to fight Goliath, King David's like, let me go fight Goliath, but Saul was like, no, you can't do it, he's too mighty, he's too short, you're too young, like you can't do it. But hey, the Lord was with King David. The Lord said, I come in the name of Yahweh.
That's what King David said.
King David said, I come in the name of Yahweh. Hey, the Most High is with the meek, with the humble, man.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 10. It says, we are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh. We're the wisest men on the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? We go to the breakdowns. We know these dark sayings. We know these parables. Why? Because the Lord had revealed the secrets unto us, man. You know You know what I'm saying? To the rest of the world and stuff, they don't know anything about this, man. You know? And it says, we are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. We are weak, but we are strong. We got Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. We got this truth. You know what I'm saying? And when it says, ye are honorable, but we are despised, because the whole world don't like us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have friends in the world and stuff, it's like, man, you used to smoke weed, you used to smoke Black and Miles, you know, you used to run trains on the girls and that, and now you coming up against it and stuff. You know, we're being despised, man. You know, we've been looked upon as hypocrites and stuff, but all we doing is being born again, man. Coming back into remembrance of who we actually are, while everybody else is still trying to follow this pagan way.
Okay. You got something here in the book of Lamentations. I got here in the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee, and hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?
Right, so all these other heathens and stuff, they see that we in the ghettos, we in the slums, you know what I'm saying? We got our pants hanging off our ass, the women are wild and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They don't know no discipline, you know, that we just pretty much going about, because we was given the wisdom of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? We got a godship, man, you know what I'm saying? So when they see us in this abased state, they when they hiss, that's like to make fun of, to talk shit about, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are these people and stuff, and look at them, they're getting over on each other, you know what I'm saying? They don't know who they are, you know what I'm saying? They don't take time to study, you know, they don't take time to do this and do that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They all out of course. How could these be the chosen people?
And we experienced that, man. You know, you go to a store, you go to upscale store, man, and you got these heathens looking at us, man. They make a circle around us and stuff, like, you know, it's like we're under the curses, man. That it's like in the book of Deuteronomy, basically, roughly paraphrasing, we should be bywords and proverbs among these nations, man.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. It says, And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all the nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. You know what I'm saying? That is going into the fact that we was going to be called something else besides our Hebrew tribes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like it says in Ecclesiastes 4:16, there's no end of the people. So the Lord already declared a nationality for all the people that he created. You know what I'm saying? But since we didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments, this was part of the curse that we was not going to know who we are, you know? And if I could skip, this is going back to going back to how brother was talking about in the hissing, you know what I'm saying, how they think, like, it's like, how could these be the chosen people? This is one of the curses. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse verse 43. It says, The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high. So guess what? All the heathens, they got all the riches. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're the ones that's in the higher stead. You know, they own all the businesses. They own all the banks. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if I can also say, you had Northern Kingdom, you know, from South America, from like Mexico, the Caribbeans, whatever, and Southern Kingdom as well. You know, they come, you know, from their countries, they come here to America, you know, try to prosper, you know. But they still in the ghettos, they're still under the curses, you know. The kids end up in jail or joining a gang and stuff, you know. Alright, we're still living paycheck to paycheck, but you got these other nations, like these Polacks or these Edomites or these Arabs. They come here to America, and they come here and prosper, man. They open up their own business. You know, they're not in the ghettos. They don't have to worry about their kids joining a gang or the curses are falling upon Esau. They get hooked on drugs, but you know, they don't have to worry about that stuff, man. You know, we gotta worry about that stuff, man. You know?
Because the heathens, they're looking at it as like, oh, I don't have to go through this, I don't have to go through that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like